Right, so welcome back to Adventure 82. As you'll be aware by this point, obviously, there was no video Sunday just gone. Cut a long story short, I was ill, Erica was ill, just didn't happen. My apologies. I don't normally miss weeks these days, and I got on my way to be incredibly consistent. Um, so, what I said I was going to do last week also, which I didn't do also due to illness, is I said I was going to give you the results of that poll I put up for what types of videos you wanted. And it's interesting, actually. So we'll go through it. So there was four options. There was, I've written it down because I forget everything. History in general videos, train videos, camping slash vlog style videos, and then there was like lime kilns and quarries because obviously we're riddled with those. I'm in North Yorkshire. Um, Now, where it's become quite interesting to me is that I'm learning. I've learned a lot about you guys and what you want to see, and that's what I want to do. Um, I want to know about you guys and what you want to see, as hopefully I'm as maybe half as interesting to you. It's what I try to do anyway. So with that in mind, the we'll go through the results now. So the kiln and quarry videos actually got 0%. I have a sneaking suspicion because they have done reasonably well. That maybe just the people who don't watch them didn't vote. Because it's the thing, see, it wasn't a very high number of people who actually voted, but it does give me a direction to go in, which is what I was looking for, so that's fine. Clamping and vlog style videos actually got 54%. So a lot of you guys want to see me go camping and do like the vlog style videos where I go out and do bits and pieces, walking around the North Yorkshire Dales, the River Ure, Aysgarth Falls, whatever, which I need to redo because I didn't do that very well last year. I saw it for the first time since I made it last year, the other day when I was going through and doing some housekeeping on the homepage of the channel, and I'm not happy with that at all. So maybe I'll redo that in the future. Then 8% of you wanted to see train videos about trains now, and 38% of you said history in general. So the people who say history in general, clearly they don't mind whether they're seeing historical trains, old railway stations, quarries, castles, whatever it might be. They're clearly just interested in the history behind it, and that's awesome because that's kind of what got me here. Even if it's military history as well, because I noticed the Catterick Railway video did quite well. I wish I could have put more to it, but infrastructure-wise, the military have basically erased that. So that's cool. Only 8% of people want to see trains, so I'm guessing that the people who want to see trains are more interested in the historical trains rather than me taking like train journeys. Because I've noticed that the videos where I do train journeys, you guys seem to be considerably less interested. So that's interesting to know. Clamping vlog style videos is very, very interesting to me because obviously we haven't really done any camping as such yet, which will lead me into this week's video, which I'll tell you about in a moment, which is going to be out on Sunday. So yeah, apparently I need to be outside more often, which I already knew anyway, but that's fine. So we'll work on the camping videos, sticking with that theme. Moving forwards with the camping, we'll be starting to doing that very, very soon now. You recall I bought a truck. I've been calling it the Adventure 82 mobile. I'm not sure what else to call it. Maybe we should have a poll and like, or have a video, get you to put like in the video suggestions for names for the car or something. That's something to think about in the future. Anyway, so that's been away. It's had the rust that was fixed on its chassis. So the hole on the chassis is now fixed. It's all ready to go as far as that's concerned. So it's all MOT ready. There is some rust still left on the rear wheel arches, which we'll be repairing in time, but I probably won't deal with that bit till next year. And I've got some other new bits coming down to fix it up a bit more, but be looking at having a look at that on what I've done what's happened with it so far, if you like, in the new video. But more importantly, as regards camping, in the next video coming up on Sunday as well, we'll be looking at the camping stuff that we've got. So we've now got a new tent, a two-man tent for me and Erica to go hiking and wild camping with out here in the Dales, which I'm really looking forward to doing. Under obviously the leave no trace principle, which everybody really, if they're wild camping, should be abiding in the first place, because maybe then wild campers wouldn't get such a bad name. So we'll be doing that in the I'm hoping to get out and do the first actual wild camp video this month, actually, if I'm honest. So we'll see how that one pans out, but we've got everything there. We'll be showing you what we're going to be taking and stuff. The only thing we've got left to get now is camping bags, which we found we just haven't paid for yet. So hopefully they'll be down in time for the video. If not, we'll go through all the other bits and pieces and gear we've got. And you guys can give us your input as well, because obviously we're new to this, as to any suggestions you think we might have, or bits and pieces you might think we have missing, because I value your input immensely. So yeah, it'll be very camping based and related video this time on Sunday. So 38% of you, according to this, aren't going to like me much. So I'll be out and about as well. So I'm hoping to get out at the end of the week and film a proper, or when I say a proper, I get out and about and film a history video for you. So that will be up not this Sunday as I'm talking to you now, which will be the first Sunday of July 2025. It will be the second Sunday of July 2025. We have hit a roadblock as far as, for those of you interested in history and the trains, as far as the Wensleydale Railway is concerned. Because obviously you remember I started tracing that back last year. It's one of the first things I started doing, because it was one of the few things I was aware of in the area at the time that I had any kind of knowledge of that I could do a half decent video on. Flies are everywhere. But the problem is that, as you're aware, we've been through a lot of stations. We did the actual line itself. We've been and we've done Askrig, which was interesting. I got told off. I'm still not entirely sure why, because I didn't go on any kind of private land as such. I filmed from the track bed. Anyway, I filmed from the track bed, and then anything else I filmed, you can clearly see from roadside. So I don't understand why. But if you ever go back and watch that straight video, and it looks really weird when I'm showing you around, like where like the station area used to be, that's why I had to heavily edit it to accommodate the person who now owns the building. I don't understand. The smaller stations you can't film, like Wensley, etc., because they're either private houses or they're house lets, which means that I can't go disrupting people who are having their holiday, which meant that the only station left for me to film was Aysgarth. And this is where the problem has come in. You see, I've gone down the route of trying to do things the right way, and it doesn't. This is the second time it hasn't worked, to be honest. So I'm a big believer in the fact that if you're going to film other people's property, if you can, you should get consent, and ask them just to have some kind of respect, if you like, for the fact that they own the property. And just kind of appreciate the fact that there are kind of other people involved. It's not just about whether you want to make a video or not. That said, I managed to track down the person who owns Aysgarth and find their phone number. I spoke to the gentleman, and he was adamant he doesn't want the station advertised. He doesn't want the station videoed. He doesn't want anybody on the station's site. And if I'm honest, I think that's a crying shame. Aysgarth Station is a gem, absolute gem. It sits there like it was left in 1967. It's all neat and tidy because it wasn't long done up by the Wensleydale Heritage Line before they sold it to him. And there's diesel trains, one actually named Wensley after the Wensleydale line, just kind of sitting there rusting away. I find it quite upsetting, to be honest. If you can see the station, it literally looks like it's waiting for a train to arrive that's never going to come. Yeah, it's thrown me, that one. I have to be honest. I can't understand why you wouldn't want to document that. If at some point the gentleman changes his mind, or there's a way in which I can film it where I won't get in trouble, then I'll go and I will film A's gas station. But for the time being, as far as I can tell, there's no way around that problem. Which brings me to another interesting thing, because I've seen recently that there's been a lot of, well, I say recently, it's been on and off for a while, a lot of things about people and doing kind of like abandoned explores, urban exploring, urbex, I think is what they call it these days. And I've never really seen a problem with it as long as people are respectful, they don't damage anything. And they're literally there just to take videos, maybe some photos, and leave. And other than that, and maybe a few footprints in some mud or some dust or whatever that might be there, there's no evidence you've ever been in the building. Now, to me, that's okay. But there are others, you go in there and they start tagging it and they spray paint it and they make a nuisance of themselves and they break glass and all this kind of shit. And that's the ones that people remember, not the respectful people, because most of the time, because they're respectful, you don't know they've been. But I went down the road of contacting the North Yorkshire Council about a specific quarry I wanted to film down near a little town of called Ingleton. Some of you might know it's called Mealbank Quarry, because it's the last of its type in the country, in the condition it's in, which is pretty much mint, to be honest. And whilst trying to figure out who did it, I originally spoke to obviously the local council there, which would have been the Ingleton Council. They said they would have been fine with it, but they weren't allowed anymore, which is turned up on the North Yorkshire Council. And this is where the problem lies. So when people turn around and say to you, well, these people who do their urban exploring, they need to go and get permission to do this, that, and something else. There's no kind of level playing field, if you like, for these things. So North Yorkshire Council expect me to jump through the same hoops that you would jump through for the BBC. Now, if you don't know what that means is that I am an independent YouTuber. There's me, there's Erica, maybe one other child with us if like Blade's not at school or Lydia's not at school, and that's if you can get either of them to go outside. And then apart from us, there's a GoPro, which I'm filming this on right now, maybe Erica's camera, which I keep here by the computer, and that's basically it. That's all we have, right? Whereas if the BBC turn up, they're going to have a cameraman, a sound man, a producer, a director, a whole blooming crew, right? Now, despite the difference between the two, the rules are the same. So they expect me to be able to pay £200 to film it, plus also have public liability insurance to go on the site so that they're not liable if anything happens to me. And then there's other legality costs as well in total. So the whole thing, if I was to actually go and film it in what you would class as a legitimate way of doing it, I suppose, for lack of a better term, it's going to cost me about 350, 400 quid to film a quarry. And I don't get any of the TV licensing funding the BBC do and somehow manage to lose. I won't get into that. But it's a sticky subject. But so, yeah, there is a reason why a lot of YouTubers will turn up, they'll film something, and then they'll go. It's because they can't. There is a legitimate argument to be made about the fact that you can't get permission in the first place. So why would you bother asking? I've done nothing but ask for permission for things that I've done since I've got here, with the exception of the Asquith situation. And I've always been told, well, no. I mean, I've been fortunate enough that a lot of the stuff that I have is public access, so it doesn't really matter. But I've asked 3 different occasions to film things. 2 of them with the North Yorkshire Council, and I'm not allowed unless I pay this extortionate amount of money to film it. And the other one is, well, because it's a private residence. But then if you actually go down there and look, from what I've been told from other people who've looked around the site, I've not been on it myself. Yeah, I've looked from a distance, like from where the private signage is up above the main car park for Aysgarth Falls. It's awful, but from people who've actually been on the site and stuff and have told me about it, like, no one's been in there for that long. You've got dead flies along the windowsills, and I don't understand. I don't understand. Maybe it's just because I don't have a sack of money and I can't just buy a station and then leave it there to run and go, yeah, but I have this. Maybe it's the bragging rights. I don't know. I don't understand rich people. I never will pretend I will, because I don't. But that's the situation. On a more positive note, like I say, camping video this Sunday, outside video somewhere or another next Sunday. I haven't figured out where that is. There's a couple of things I want to go film. There's one place I want to go film that's got like 3 different videos in one place. I'm hoping to get up there this week. Maybe I can do that. But otherwise, thank you very much for voting. I will be taking this into account, so I'll be doing more vlog videos as well for you. So I'll be taking you more kind of out and abouts and stuff. It also makes things a bit simpler for me, because it means that you don't always have to, or I don't always have to, drive like 3-4 plus hours sometimes to get to something to film it for you to then come back, which is an awful lot to do if you can appreciate it in the small amount of time you have between when children go to school and when they come home. Doesn't mean I mind doing it. It's just it's a lot of effort that people don't, I think, see sometimes. But thank you to all of you anyway. I will see you all hopefully on Sunday. Maybe 38% of you won't turn up, because there are 38% that want history, and there isn't any. I apologise. But otherwise, yeah, I'll see you soon. You guys take care of yourselves. Have a lovely, lovely week, whatever you get up to. And yeah, I'll see you guys on Sunday. Bye-bye for now. Right, can you use mine?